Justin, I saw you just jumped on. I was explaining earlier that we've been having some trouble with recording privileges, so I've made you a co-host, but I think Jimmy is about to join us, but as he's logging on, if you want to just test and make sure that you're able to record, we want to make sure that you're able to do that.
Recording in progress.
And it looks like I can record, so we're good to go.
All right. And just to confirm, everybody else is, I know I'm not seeing a lot of faces, but is everybody else okay on their recording privileges? I'm going to assume if you don't say anything, you're good. Okay. Let's wait for Jimmy to get up and running.
Greetings, everyone.
Perfect. Jimmy, thank you for jumping on. So I had a couple folks reach out earlier today with an interest in just getting some comments about the football game day enhancements that we announced earlier today, and thought it would be a good idea just to give all the stations an opportunity to get something. So I don't think it's going to take too long, but Jimmy is our associate athletics director for fan experience and sales, is the most qualified person to kind of recap and review all of the things that are new to Neyland Stadium. I have been keeping up with some of our feedback that we've been getting on Twitter throughout the day. A lot of it positive, but of course, there's going to be some negative. So my only request is, we're doing this kind of as an opportunity for the stations to get content for the news this afternoon. So I would ask that you focus on the things that we are doing. Don't ask about Wi-Fi, more concessions items. There's a lot of things we hope to do and plan to do in the future, but obviously we can't do all of that in 1 year. So hoping that we can just kind of keep this to the things that we are implementing this fall. But with that said, I'm going to go ahead and let Jimmy maybe just give some opening comments on the start of the season and kind of go over a few of those things. And then we'll just open it up for questions after that. And if you can use the raise your hand function, that way we'll know who to prompt for questions.
Cool.
Go ahead, Jimmy.
Yep. Like Tom said, thanks for everyone coming on and getting some of this information. As we're looking forward to the start of the season, obviously, a lot of new fun things that we're implementing. One of the things that Danny White said when he first got here, and that he said consistently since he's been here, is just how we continue to bolster and modernize our game day experience and our fan experience. And so I think, the group of us that have been working on some of these things all summer long and up to the start of kickoff, we're really excited about some of the amenities that we're adding and even welcoming back with DJ Stir the Pearl and all of that. So our goal with all of this again is to create the very best fan experience, very best game atmosphere that you can have in college football. We think Neyland Stadium is incredibly special given that it's the 100-year anniversary. And so all of these items are just going to add to Vol Nation coming down and taking part of game day.
All right, Jimmy, before we continue, I just want to make sure I only see 2 folks recording. So I just want to make sure that we're good and give somebody an opportunity to speak up if they're having problems. Just want to make sure that everybody's in a good spot. Eric Altenhoff, WBIR, WVLT, I'm not showing recording there.
We have, I'm recording it on a separate, thing. So we're good over here.
Okay. I just want to make sure that everybody's good.
I'm BIR as well there. So that takes up both.
I gotcha. Okay. I'm not seeing any raise your hand function. So Eric, I'll just start with you. If you have any questions that you want to jump into, we'll start with you.
Yeah, I mean, really the big one looking through here is I'd just like to hear more about the LED lights. And obviously that's been kind of a fan favorite around the country here. Just kind of how is that looking to be implemented and what can we kind of see from them on the Tennessee side?
Sure. Yeah, we're excited about the LED lights, just like our fans are excited about the LED lights. Obviously, you've seen them at some other SEC schools and other schools around the country. They're still just kind of finishing up the last final touches on all of that. And so as soon as we get the proverbial keys, we're going to go through and test that. But what we want to do is, again, we want to maintain the tradition of game day in Neyland Stadium, but add to that. And so we're looking at a few different areas where the LED lights and the light show, as they call it, will be used. Obviously, we're very unique in our color orange, and we're looking forward to trying to program in some what we call orange washes. We're going to do some things after the SEC has some rules. You can't do it immediately after a touchdown. You got to do it after the point after. So we'll do some things there. Obviously, it makes the most sense to try to maybe program something with the song Rocky Top. And then there's a few other little things that we're going to do throughout, finding some unique songs, doing some things there that really resonate with our fans. And of course, we got some surprises too. So people got to be there to see that. But the LED lights, again, we're gonna definitely do some things with them, but we're gonna kind of step into that. And the SEC does give us guidance on what we can and cannot do. So,
is that something fans can expect next Thursday?
yes, our anticipation, our expectation, knocking on wood for a second there, is that as long as everything with the install and all of that gets up and running, that we expect to have that for next Thursday. Obviously, functioning lights so we can play football games is first priority, which all of that is in order. Now comes the fun part, and that just takes some time, some programming, and some hours behind us.
Let's give Justin an opportunity if he has any questions.
And this is Austin Martin with WATE. I'm logged in as Justin since he set it all up. Our question here, as we saw LSU yesterday. They make the announcement that COVID vaccines and masks would be required for their football season. We also know that paperwork or COVID proof of vaccines or shots will not be required for Tennessee. But what are we kind of expecting as compared to last year for fans, to have to do when they head to a game?
When fans head to the game, I mean, the big things that we're telling fans right now is obviously, while masks are not a requirement like they were the past season, we are encouraging fans to wear masks. As you can see from guidelines all around, it's been a very consistent message that masks are something that can help. And so if folks want to wear a mask when they come to Neyland Stadium, that is absolutely fine. Obviously, in order to truly get back to normal and all of that, consistent messaging from throughout the SEC that vaccines are something that if people are comfortable with, that we're encouraging that as well. And so from an overall game day standpoint, though, we do expect things to be back to the proverbial normal. We still plan on having the Vol walk. There will be a little bit of some safety protocols put into place there. Obviously, players will not be able to high five and hug, but Vol walk will still happen. So the energy will still be there. The band march is still taking place. Band will still take the field pregame, halftime. And so a lot of what fans are expecting, tailgating is back, Fall Village is back, Tailgate Tennessee, all of those things are back. And so really the normal game day feel is back. We're just asking fans to also keep in mind just some of those precautions that they can take and should take throughout. But other than if you've got a mobile ticket, we encourage you to download it before you get, or if you have mobile parking, we encourage you to download that to your phone before you actually get to the ticket gate or to the parking garage. But you'll see a lot of a game day returning to what it previously was.
All right, I'm going to assume Justin's good. And I don't think we've heard from WVLT if anybody has questions from VLT. Going once, going twice. All right, like I said, fairly brief, but I guess I better make one last call if Eric or Justin has anything else.
Can you just go over Truly's tailgate one time for this? I think that's something brand new that fans will see.
Yeah, Truly's tailgate is something we're excited about. It is completely brand new to the Neyland Stadium game day experience. what we were able to do, and then from fan feedback, was take an area right outside of gate 9. There was a small parking lot right there, and repurpose that. And so what we're doing now is having Truly's Tailgate. It is something that will open up 3.5 hours before kickoff for games on Thursday night, and then going forward, games that are noon kickoffs, it's going to open 3 hours, and if it's after noon for a kickoff, then it's going to open 4 hours. And so fans can go in there. We're going to have food options available, beer options available. We'll have live music. So that's part of welcoming back DJ Sterling Hinton. He will DJ in there for a period of time before he heads into the stadium to take the sidelines. But it's just going to be a good, fun atmosphere, beer garden type atmosphere, where fans can come in. If they don't have a tailgate to go to, or if they're on their way to a tailgate, they can stop by, take in the atmosphere. We'll have a couple of TVs out there with displaying other games. And once the gates open, then it essentially becomes an extension of the concourse and an extension of Neyland Stadium. And so fans can actually come through Truly's Tailgate, get their ticket scanned, stop in there, enjoy the atmosphere, and then head on into their seat. And it will stay open through the end of the third quarter. So again, particularly for our fans that are down in the south end zone, if they're looking for a different food option, or they want to kind of go out and be outside the stadium for a little bit, whatever that might be, looking for a place to catch up with friends or whatever, this is one of those big social areas. And so ticketed fans, once they're inside Neyland Stadium, can go over to right around section kind of R queue, and they can exit out gate 9 and take part of Truly's tailgate area, and then still come back in. So the big note there is that once the gates open 2 hours prior to kickoff, if someone does come in Truly's Tailgate, their ticket is going to get scanned, and then at that point they're in the stadium. And so once you're in, you're in. So, but great environment, brand new addition to our game day, and we're looking forward to it. And the food options will kind of cycle throughout and all of that, but should be a lot of fun.
And really just clarifying with that, is it free for fans beforehand, then you can come in and out once you have a ticket?
Correct. So yeah, so before the gates open, so from that 3 hour fans, it's free for fans to come into, obviously just paying for whatever beverage or food option that they're looking for. But if they want to come in and just hang out and be a part of the atmosphere and watch a couple of the screens or listen to DJ Sterling spin the tunes, by all means, that's exactly what it's there for, is for a place for fans to come hang out and be a part of it. So.
Jimmy, I think it might also be helpful if you just give a quick recap of the return of Toyota Volunteer Village and maybe touch on the pregame concert series.
Yeah, absolutely. So Toyota Volunteer Village, which is over in the Humanities Plaza, so it's directly across the street from the Torchbearer and Circle Park. We've hosted Toyota Vol Village over there for many years. Last year, obviously, it was very reduced, but this year we're back in full force, so to say. And one of the things we wanted to do in welcoming it back was we've now added live music. So each home game, we will have a live band over there, sometimes big 5, 6, 7 piece bands, and sometimes just, a couple folks out there, but we'll have live music throughout. We're adding in more just kind of fan interactive and fan engagement opportunities, from video game trucks to we're working on getting axe throwing out there, and just some of those fun things, the things that you've seen at other kind of fan villages. And so that space, each and every game, the consistent things will be different sponsor activations, different giveaways, food options, live music, and then we'll have some of the other fan engagement opportunities from the video game trucks, and otherwise those will kind of cycle in and out, so that each game there's something new for our fans to take part in. That, again, and completely free, opens 3.5 hours before kickoff and stays open through 30 minutes before kickoff. And so everything in there, other than if someone wants to purchase food, or if they want to purchase a Coca-Cola beverage, or if they want to purchase a beer, but everything else is completely free to fans. So if they don't have somewhere to go, it's a great space for fans, families, and those with young kids. A lot of photo stations, just things of that nature. So again, we're trying to create atmosphere, and we're creating environment and creating opportunities for fans that are coming on campus and they may not have one specific tailgate to go, or they kind of want to meander around campus. They can stop at Ball Village, they can go to Truly Tailgate, and they can take part in everything and then head on into Neyland Stadium and enjoy the heck out of the game.
All right, Jimmy, I think we're good. Appreciate everybody jumping on. Hope this was helpful, and look forward to seeing and hearing from you guys all throughout the fall.
Perfect. Thanks, Tom.
Thank you all.
And thank you, Jimmy.